Yes! Thank you. Thank you. A little lightning tonight, so don't be freaked out. In case we lose power. I hate that when that happens. Scary. Alright, let's get to business here. Last time we were on, we reviewed a college class in media. Today, I'll be looking at a few things. A few things going on with blogging that I'm going to be working on. And I wanted to make some comments. There's going to be a new one. I'll call it respectfully. It's kind of a role I'm on. So I love about the internet. You can invent it while you're doing it. The name I'm going to shoot for, now you'll all hear it. I'll tell you what, I'll let you know as soon as it's on. So, this is my forum to get out there and share with people. Originally, this was going to be a biz ops Q&A interview where I would get successful business owners, online successful business owners, and we discuss it. How did you do it? And that will still happen down the road. What I'm trying to iron out is just getting my brand and my voice and giving the audience a background. You don't just jump in and, oh, wow, who's this guy? There's a million of us out there. So, I tell a lot of stories, call them proverbs, if you will, but they're stories, and it's the best way I know how to learn and remember what was learned and applying it to life. That is the key. I've been reading and reading and reading, and I came across a company called Digital Marketer. Now, I'm not making any money on a plug. I'm just talking about my experience. But Digital Marketer, and believe me, they advertise all over. And that is known for the newcomers, myself included. That's passive marketing. It takes, so the books say, at least 7 impressions. Some people call it 7 different engagements with a organization, individual, company. So human nature online, we're clicking at a rate somewhere like 2.5 seconds. I mean, that's like as fast as you can click through. The problem with that on the marketing side is, how do we get in, between clicks? How do we get somebody to slow down? And basically, it's, if you reverse engineer things, advertising used to have those what you call jingles that you couldn't get out of your head, or they'd have just catchy branding. I don't want to call it logos, but it was images that you always associated with product or company. For example, and only an example, if you looked at a bottle of maple syrup and it had a elderly black woman on it, what would you think it was? Aunt Jemima, of course. I grew up with that. Perfect product. Excellent product. If you, on the other hand, um, now the containers are all the same, but you see a captain on a big box of cereal, well, that's Captain Crunch, right? It's not the Captain Jack or whatever the other guy is. Um, so on, I think people get it. You know, there's Quaker Oats, um, and more and more. I mean, I'm not going to go over every one of them, but you get the gist. You know, for people above 40, they probably remember a jingle. It's about baloney. You know, and a kid was saying my baloney as the first name, Bol. Oh no, it's Oscar Mayer, OSC. You know what a great way to maybe teach ignorant kids like me how to spell. I swear I learned more on Sesame Street and Electric Company. Um, Love those shows. There used to be another kid show called Zoom out of Boston, Mass. And they would start off, they're gonna zoom, 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 a zoom. And they had a language and they did interviews. And it was completely produced, filmed, directed, scripted, all by kids. And it was phenomenal. I'd love to see kids do that today. And that's kind of my mantra is if we don't share these experiences with kids, it's going to come and go. Another example, drive-in theater. You know, kids don't even know what that is. You know, you tell them a large screen. They're like big, huge, and you pull up on kind of a ramp so you can see well, and a movie's come on. You paid at the entrance for a carload, and there'd usually be 2 or 3 movies, and you and some friends would enjoy the flick together in a car. Who would be interested today in doing that? We didn't really have a lot of, well, we had pool halls, I guess, and it was just a place to go. It was semi, what would you call, where they, you know, kept track of what was going on. Adult supervised would be proper jargon. It was fun. And sadly, a lot of that's going away. A lot of the stuff that we took for granted, it's just gone. Yeah. Where did it go? It went to the profit, not making money whole. Too bad. I'd like to tell you somewhere in the state you could go see a drive-in. I heard there used to be one in Door County. I gotta get something to drink here. I wish I could remember. There was a crazy guy on podcasts screaming. I raised my voice a little bit in the beginning, but who wants to hear screaming? He'd be, I mean, don't get me wrong, I listened to him, but he'd be, like, wow, dude, take your meds. Eventually, his show is over. It's just gotta watch your branding. And what I'm getting at is starting your own podcast today is so much easier. The programming electronics is pretty much ready made, straightforward. You pay a minimal amount. I just increased my studio and I get more time and all kinds of other cool stuff. Yes, there are free versions of a lot of stuff, but free is free. You only go so far, and either you're going to be professional or you're not. I go through a company. It's spelled SPREAKER studio.com. I think you can just do this Sprecher.com. I think that's pronounced Sprecher. SPREAKER. Sounds like Sprecher, doesn't it? I get no promo on that too. And that is another thing. I don't want you to think not to monetize your podcast, your anything you put together. Of course, monetize wherever you can. You're foolish to not. How you at least monetize enough to pay for it. Why not? I guess that's the way to put it. I'm not saying a get rich quick scheme, not at all. Here's an example. I'll give you my business plan synopsis. I enjoy certain types of marketing. I like to put together systems automation that allow the website to perform on an Autobot type basis. What does that mean? Example, somebody goes and to your site, which I believe it's like 71% of people looking for your business, and I'm talking probably more brick and mortar, but any business today, we know pretty much for a fact, the numbers don't lie, it's about 71%. So if your